year ago today, I was working at home. I just joined the business about 3 weeks before. I was having a team meeting at home, and suddenly, do you ever have it when your voice sounds really loud in your head? My voice sounded really loud in my head, and really loud. And I had to go and sit down by the back door, and I was crouching by the back door. I ended up getting taken to A&E in an ambulance. I don't remember much. It's quite blurry. And eventually, after a few months of tests, they found out I had something called an AVM in my brain. And what that is it's like a malformation of blood vessels that if you don't get it removed, you end up hemorrhaging. I had 3 choices. I had 4 choices of how to deal with the situation, and one of them was have it embolised, so where they cut off the blood supply and hope that it goes away. You can have radiation therapy, surgery, or nothing. And I think to be given the option to do nothing, it's something quite tempting for a lot of people, and I really thought about doing nothing when something it was so surreal when it happened. I didn't really know, nothing made sense, but I thought when I came to terms, when I sort of understood a little bit sort of what was going on, I decided I wanted it out. Radiation therapy can take 5 years to work. Embolisation wouldn't work with me because what I had was big. So I decided to get it removed, and they set the date quite far in advance because it wasn't urgent, and I had 8 months that I had to waiting for this thing to happen. And I've always been someone that I said I can see into the future. I can see colours and pictures of where I want to be and places I want to be and who I want to be there with, and I couldn't. When I thought of the operation, I had a blank mind. I couldn't see past it, and that really, really scared me, because I thought if I can't see, but I've always been able to do that, maybe that's it. And I didn't tell anyone about what's happening for 5 months apart from my family, because they were already there. And because of the medication I was on, I started feeling pretty low about it, and I got to a point where I started really struggling, because I felt like I was kind of waiting to die. I got to a point where I was planning my funeral. I'd written letters to everyone. And I just got to the point where I thought I was waiting. Because I was waiting, I didn't want to wait anymore. And I just got to a point where I was like, what's the point in waiting? And that's really unlike me. I'm not like that. And that's when I decided that I needed to speak out about what was happening, because I was just bottling it up. I wasn't talking to anyone. So I did a vlog 5 months after it happened, and told everyone sort of what had happened. And the amount of influx of people that I had messaging me was just unreal. People from all around the world was messaging me. People that had similar things that were happening were messaging me with support and thanking me for talking about it, because they hadn't been able to. And it suddenly struck me that I had a massive power in my hand, and I've always loved helping people. That's what I've always wanted to do. That's why I flipped from job to job, because I've never felt like I could bring enough value to people's lives. And that's when it really stuck with me, with the opportunity that I had in my hands was forever. Because using my experience of what I was going through and using the opportunity could help me to help other people and get them to overcome whatever they were going through. And this business is just, It's the only, if I hadn't have had this, honestly, hand on heart, I wouldn't have fought for it. I would have given up. And the amount of friends, like the friends I've made through this, the support I've had through it, the encouragement I've had through everyone, and being able to share the story with the people I'm working with, and I'm alive because of what this opportunity has given me. I was working up until the day I went into hospital. I went into hospital on the 3rd of May. The 3rd of May was the scariest night of my life. Like, just think, oh, tomorrow it's either, like they say, fly or die. Yeah, I went into went down for the operation, and I woke up. And I couldn't tell when I woke up what if I was alive. Like, I wasn't sure where I was. And the first thing I asked them was, am I dead? And then they said no. And I was like, wow. And I wiggled my fingers and I wiggled my toes, and I was like, okay, I'm not paralysed. They were my two biggest fears: dying, being paralysed, just not being who I was when I woke up. And I was like, no, I can think, I'm alive, I can move. And it was like I've been reborn. It was like I've been given a second chance. I've got the rest of my life to do as much as I can, to help as many people as I can, to overcome everything, like all their obstacles, to help change other people's lives. And I had to believe I was going to be okay. And coming out of it, that is what made me recover, because I had to recover. Because I had people under my wing, I had people that I felt responsible for, lives that I was going to change, and I had to get better. I didn't have any time to be sick. So I recovered really, really quickly. And it's just given me the biggest kick ever to be able to think, I'm alive, what have I got to lose? You could die tomorrow. Are you happy with where your life is? Are you doing what you want to do? Are you contributing what you want to contribute? No matter what you are faced with in life, no matter what happens, no matter what you go through, it's always looking at the good and what you can learn from an experience, and what you can take from it, and what you can teach from it and help other people with. So it's taking the good from every situation that you can ever go through. And just learning from it rather than letting it beat you down.